Hello, I'm Marina Ormes, the founder of Astrology Heals at astrologyheals.com, and I'm here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, November 10th. Today, the moon is in Gemini, and I thought we would talk about the power of truth. It's one of the components of the symbolism of the planets that are aligned with this week's lunar eclipse. Mercury in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, all three of those Scorpio planets together, conjunct, creating a stellium, what we call a stellium in astrology. And so that means that they're acting together as a group. And the sign of Scorpio is about power. It's really about truth and depth, not also death and rebirth. So DEATH, but also DEPTH. And as we deal with these deeper themes of what's going on below the surface and how we are transforming and what we are becoming as we go through this individual and collective metamorphosis, that is also a good keyword for Scorpio energy. It's the phoenix rising from the flames, right? It's the release of the old to prepare the way for the new. And so Scorpio energy is really important and powerful in the energies that we're in right now, partly because of the moon and Mars being in Gemini, and the ruler of Gemini is Mercury, and Mercury is in Scorpio. And so Mercury is the messenger, right? It's the messenger of the gods, and the planet of messaging and information and ideas and communication. So the fact that Mercury is in the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of depth and power and truth, and the truth emerging in new forms, but also the truth emerging as the truth, right? So revealing the truth, discovering the truth, uncovering the deeper truth that is going on. And I think that one of the things that's going on, and I've been talking about this a little bit kind of between the lines, but is that I think on the internal level, we've been doing a lot of shifting and changing and healing, and that hasn't really surfaced yet. We haven't really seen yet how that's going to emerge. And it's quite possible that it emerges this week in new discoveries about through the election, but also in other things that are emerging about the truth of what is going on behind the scenes. And so that truth being revealed, but also as we find and have this opportunity to shift consciousness, which I've been talking about, and my video from Sunday went in depth on that if you missed that. But shifting consciousness is coming from this place of the divine feminine, Venus and Scorpio, right? Venus is the feminine energy. And when we put it in the sign of Scorpio, it's like accessing that feminine raw power and the power that women have to tell the truth and to stand in their truth. And with Mercury there, to voice the truth. So having the ideas and the information coming out and being revealed about a deeper truth. And so however that is emerging in the collective, and however that is showing up for you in the ways that you are, the things that you do in your life, the work that you do, and the ways that you show up for the world around you, your family, your community, the work that we do day to day, right? Is how we just go about doing things. And how the truth is showing up for you, and how that is needing to be shared and communicated from a deeper place of honesty, of power, of passion. And the voice of women, I think, is one of the profound messages of the energetic alignment that we have all week, that was highlighted by the lunar eclipse in Taurus. And Taurus, of course, as a sign, is ruled by Venus. So there are so many synchronicities going on here and alignments that are just really kind of tapping into a deeper vein of who we are. And so finding the words, expressing the truth and the power that is the feminine, whether that is for women's rights or whether that is a recognition in your life that creative energy deserves to have as much space, taking up as much space as practical matters or logical matters. Like some of the magic and creativity that it comes down to feminine energy, and feminine energy is in all of us. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine inside of us. So how that divine feminine is showing up, how we are using it in ways that are powerful, that are creative. And the power of women is the power of creation, right? The divine feminine is the energy of giving birth. And so literally or metaphorically, we can be giving birth to the things that we claim as our own. And we can see breakdown, we can see different kinds of death happening, different ways that we might need to grieve or let go or release what has been, what may be happening at different points, but then stepping into and embodying our creative power and our divine feminine power and what that looks like and how we stand up for each other. Feminine power is also about the power of family and community and relationship. So how are we working together to create the outcomes we want in the collective? And with the Aquarian themes of Saturn in Aquarius currently, next year we've got Pluto going into Aquarius for 3 months, just to give us a teaser, and then it goes back into Capricorn, where we finish up some of the Capricorn Pluto in Capricorn work. That's the work of utter and complete transformation of systems, structures, institutions, and reality itself that we've been doing since Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008. So anyway, next year, we're going to start to see things, start to see new possibilities, start to really see things shift. And what that shift will be is up to us. So keep doing the work, keep focusing for yourself on where is your power, your personal power. And it, of course, is in your passion, and it is in your truth, and it is in the ways that you share authentically and truthfully, and from the beauty of who you are, which Venus is so much also about beauty and how we receive. And so the power of our voices, the power of how we are making a difference in what is going on, and that truth, the power of the truth that we can bring forth through our actions and the way we live and our way of being in the world. So that's my thought for today, is to connect with the depth of that power in your communication, in your connections, in your, we've been talking about networking with the moon in Gemini, Mars in Gemini, coming together and networking in communities to increase that power of the passion of what you're doing, and to amplify, right? When we come together, it becomes something stronger. So working together with others, communicating, building and developing relationships, but also the ways that we share information and letting that information be shifting in ways that allow it to be more truthful, and sharing that truth. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and for all your support. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like, and check me out at astrologyheals.com. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.